I want to preface this by saying that the federal government has already approved this pipeline expansion project. The attempted blockage by special interest groups in British Columbia is unconstitutional and goes against the free movement of goods across provincial borders. Economically speaking, the profits from the expansion project would amass to a speculated $46.7 billion to both provincial and federal governments. This would result in $21.6 billion to the federal government of Canada, $19.4 billion to Alberta, and the remaining $5.7 billion being given to British Columbia. This additional tax revenue would likely be used in social services such as healthcare, or potentially even research and development towards green technology. Scotiabank has estimated that the holdups in the development of the pipeline is costing $15.6 billion in lost revenue for the government per year thus far. However, this is likely to be cushioned by the continued development of railroad shipments, a process that is less profitable and has more potential environmental drawbacks. During the construction of the pipeline, an estimated 15,000 temporary jobs will be created for the development. In addition, 37,000 direct and indirect jobs are speculated to be created as a result of the pipeline expansion. Environmental concerns regarding the increased shipment of bitumen by the pipeline are purported to be addressed and accounted for in the agreement between Kinder Morgan and the National Energy Board that outlines 157 new regulations the company will have to follow in order for the pipeline to be built. While there have been minor spills from the pipeline in the past, these are commonly attributed to outdated design and upkeep of the pipeline, problems which would theoretically be addressed through updated technology and construction methods for when the expansion is built. Increased tanker traffic is not expected to be a significant threat due to the expertise of tanker operators and a clean track record over the past 50 plus years since we have been using tankers in the region. There are, however, legitimate criticisms put forward by the environmental community regarding the expansion. In particular, these worries can be divided into two separate camps: pipeline spills en route to the coast and tanker spills that could damage marine life. During the 50 years the pipeline has shipped bitumen to the coastline, there have been 82 spills. 69.5% of these spills have been at pump stations, while the remaining 30.5% of the spills have occurred along the pipeline. There has been a steady decrease in the amount of spills as time has gone on, however. Yet, it is not foolish to be concerned about potential future spills, as a large spill could be catastrophic for the localized environment. Kinder Morgan has claimed that they have progressively allocated more resources toward emergency response teams, and past spills have not come close to the irreversible damage threshold. Tanker traffic would likely increase sevenfold, from 5 tankers a month to 34 tankers per month if the expansion is completed. Many are concerned that there is not ample space for that many tankers to be safely situated at one time. It is relevant to note that there has never been an oil tanker spill near the coast of British Columbia. However, there have been notable leakages of non-cargo oil that has had measurable effects on marine life. But there still is reason to worry about a tanker spill, since one spill could result in catastrophic damage to BC marine life. If the spill was large enough and could not be contained, then there is the very real risk that oil could spread from the Burrard Inlet to international waters and cause havoc in surrounding areas. There has also been outrage from both Indigenous communities and notably the municipality of Burnaby. Indigenous communities claim that there has not been proper dispute settlement process between the energy giant and local bands for the development on traditional Indigenous land. While the expansion would take place on roughly the same route as the existing pipeline, it is prudent to note that when the original pipeline was built, the same authority that is currently given to Indigenous communities about development was not in place. Some Indigenous communities have been reported to be building homes near or on where the expansion will take place. The local district of Burnaby has also criticized Kinder Morgan for not following municipal provisions regarding new development, and has brought the federal government under fire for not allowing the locale to voice their concerns about the proposed path through the city. Kinder Morgan has been condemned for not following municipal bylaws, including environmental regulatory concerns, including tree cutting permits. Recently, there was an anti-Kinder Morgan pipeline march that saw over 1,000 attendees in Burnaby.